Here's what goes on in the classroom, right? We got a teacher, we got 3 students, right? These 3 students right here are all different learners, but we have 2 of them that kind of understand things quick, they pick up things quick, they're always getting good grades, they always understand everything, they're moving on, they're moving with the flow of the class. And we have 1 student back here, right? And every single day as the class moves forward, this student is out here trying to figure out what's going on. So when they're on chapter 2 and chapter 3 and chapter 4, you're still trying to figure out chapter 1. And I get it, right? I've been this student. And you sit here and you kind of wander, you think about your life, you think about why you can't understand it, you feel down on yourself. And there's other students surrounding you too that might feel this way, and you all kind of connect. And you feel like you're not fitting in, because in school you're always being compared. You're always being compared with tests, rankings, all these standardized tests, all these things, right? So you're kind of getting lost. And when you're getting lost, you start to give up on yourself. And you start to believe that that's your future. That's who you're going to be, right? And how do you get from here to over here? So what happens is, as these students keep moving forward, right? They're getting closer to maybe high school graduation. They're moving forward to their college and their careers and all those things. You're still over here trying to figure out, how you even learn, how you're going to pick up, how you're going to move through a classroom. Because as you sit in class, and the longer the class goes on, the longer you don't understand it, the more anxiety you're going to have, the more you can't move forward. How are you supposed to not figure out this math class and then move on to English class and figure out that one when you're behind in math class, behind in English class, now you're behind in all your classes, and now it's putting a toll and the pressures on your shoulders, and it's a very scary feeling, and I've been there. But I want to show you how you get over here, right? Because we got to get over here. But it takes time, and it's baby steps. But when you start picking up the momentum, that's when you can take off. And I didn't figure it out until I was 18 in college, but I want you to figure it out now. I want you to figure it out in middle school, right? Throughout middle school, throughout high school, throughout college. You got to figure it out earlier than me. That's why I'm doing this. So what did I do first, right? I started to figure out the way that I learn. And when you figure out the way that you learn, you have to accept your accommodations. So use your accommodations. And slowly, the anxiety will come down. So let me give you an example. If you go to class and you don't understand that math situation, but you go home because your parents have a tutor ready to go over what happened in math class, the next day when you go back to class, you get it. You're right on track with those students, so now you're creeping up a little closer, right? And on top of that, you're building confidence and self-belief in yourself. So when you're building that confidence and self-belief, you're coming in with more a positive attitude, and you're grasping more of the information. And you're remembering what you went over with the tutor, and now you're remembering what you did in class, and you're picking it up. And you're working hard because you have to work hard, but you keep moving forward, right? And now these students might be creeping up a little bit, but you're on their tail, right? And now it's not about being compared to other students, but you're starting to have that confidence in the classroom. Because that confidence in the classroom is going to lead to so many different roads and open so many different doors that you've never imagined. It's the confidence we're building, not the grades, the confidence. Because it's not the grades that you get, right? It's how hard you work to get those grades. So now you keep doing that. Now you're understanding the way you learn a little bit, right? You're getting the hang of it, and you're utilizing your accommodations. And then maybe when you take your test, you have someone read you the word problem, because I would need someone to read me the word problems. And now you're passing your test on your own, right? And now you're getting a little bit closer. And now you're starting to get to English class, right? And maybe you're writing a paper, and before you didn't even know what the paper was about, but now you can go back to the tutor, figure out the way you want to structure your paper, correct all those spelling errors and all those things that made you feel like different in class, right? Because me too, I really need spell check, I need it. And I need help with making the paperwork flow and all those things. But now you have a tutor to help you with that, and the confidence starts building. Now you're in the same zone. Now maybe you're even with the other students, right? But now the one thing that these students don't have yet, right? They might have it, they can build it, but they don't know about it yet, is they don't have that extra work ethic, right? Because you're going to class, you're going to your tutors, and you're building that confidence by working really, really hard. And now, when school's over, right? When school's over, what's left? The grades are gone, man. It doesn't matter what your grades are. It doesn't matter where you finished in your class. It doesn't matter what your SAT score was. None of that even matters. This doesn't matter, right? What matters, what's left, is the hard work, the courage, the self-belief. And that's what you need to have, and that's what you're really building. And when you build that, and you get here, no matter what if you have learning disabilities, no matter what if you have ADD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, dyslexia, all those things, you have who you are. You have the courage, the work ethic, and the effort put in, and you know no matter what situation you're going to be in, this effort and hard work is going to rise to the top no matter what. If you can't beat them with the grades, that's okay, but you can beat them with who you are, who you became. So remember, this stuff is all gone. It's all over. But this is the last person standing, and that's the hard work. So remember that. Remember, I always say, and I want you to remember this, if you work your butt off to get a C, That's important. Be proud of that. You work so hard. Maybe you got a D, right? Be proud of that, because at the end of the day, this is who's standing last. This is who's there, right? This is who's gonna get through the finish line, because maybe they're not used to that push, right? Maybe they're gonna be pushed later in life, and they're not used to it. Not that they can't do it, they can be, but you're used to always pushing and being there and being in the moment, and have to get through the grit and be gritty, right? And that's what you're made of. So remember that. So don't ever feel bad about the grades that you're getting if you're putting the effort in, because I promise you this, at the end of the road, you'll be right here.